The Grand Inquisitor, Dostoevsky's challenge to faith and freedom. In the dark corners of human history, where the struggle between faith and doubt rages fierce, a voice echoes with a chilling challenge to the very essence of our freedom. Thou wouldst go into the world, and art going with empty hands, with some promise of freedom which men in their simplicity and their natural unruliness cannot even understand, which they fear and dread, for nothing has ever been more insupportable for a man and a human society than freedom. Welcome to Mindful Prose, where we delve into the depths of classic literature to explore the profound questions of life. Today, we journey into the heart of the Brothers Karamazov, Fyodor Dostoevsky's magnum opus, a towering masterpiece that has captivated readers and scholars alike with its exploration of morality, faith, and the human spirit. Our focus narrows on the Grand Inquisitor, a segment that challenges our perceptions of freedom, authority, and belief. In the pages of Dostoevsky's work, the Grand Inquisitor presents a narrative that transcends time, inviting us to reflect on the complexities of human nature and the paradox of freedom. What is the price of our freedom? How do authority and belief shape our existence? And in the vast expanse of human history, where lies the true essence of our spirit? Fyodor Dostoevsky, a titan of Russian literature, lived through a period of profound upheaval. Born in 1821, his life spanned the final decades of the Tsarist regime, a time marked by social and political turmoil. Dostoevsky himself faced the stark realities of human suffering, enduring years of penal servitude in Siberia, an experience that deeply influenced his writing and philosophical outlook. Within the pages of the Brothers Karamazov, his final and perhaps most ambitious novel, Dostoevsky introduces us to the Karamazov family, a microcosm of the moral conflicts and spiritual crises of his time. Central to our narrative is Ivan Karamazov, a character tormented by existential doubts and the author of The Grand Inquisitor, a poem that encapsulates the novel's profound exploration of faith, doubt, and freedom. The Grand Inquisitor is set against the backdrop of Seville, Spain, during the height of the Spanish Inquisition. This dark chapter serves as the perfect stage for Dostoevsky's exploration, where Ivan imagines Christ returning to Earth, only to be arrested by the Grand Inquisitor. As he walks silently among the people of Seville, performing miracles, healing the sick, and radiating a gentle, ineffable love, the crowd is irresistibly drawn to him. They came to him, the Inquisitor observes, magnetized by his silent call. This spontaneous gravitation towards Christ sets the stage for the Inquisitor's interrogation, highlighting the profound impact of his mere presence, a testament to the undimmed power of his message of love and freedom, even in a world that has ostensibly moved beyond his teachings. He is taken by the Grand Inquisitor, and the ensuing dialogue between them delves into the heart of the human struggle with freedom, authority, and the divine. In the dimly lit cell, where the Grand Inquisitor confronts the silent figure of Christ, he lays his bare, bleak view of humanity. Man is weak and base, he declares, more inclined to evil than to good, seeking rest and not freedom. According to the Inquisitor, human beings are fundamentally incapable of bearing the weight of free will. They prefer the comfort of being led, the security of being told what to believe and how to live. The freedom Christ offered, he argues, is but a burden too heavy for humanity to bear. The Inquisitor accuses Christ of having too much faith in human strength and resilience. By granting humans the freedom to choose, he has, in the Inquisitor's eyes, doomed them to inevitable suffering and chaos. You wanted man to follow you freely, seduced and captivated by you. In place of the rigid ancient law, man must hereafter with free heart decide for himself what is good and what is evil. The Church, he claims, has corrected this mistake by establishing itself as the ultimate authority, offering miracles, mysteries, and authoritarian control in exchange for the freedom Christ bestowed. Central to the Grand Inquisitor's chilling rationale is the belief in the necessity of deception for the happiness of humanity. We deceive them for their own good, he asserts, presenting a world where truth becomes the enemy of happiness. The Church, by taking upon itself the burden of decision-making, promises to relieve humanity of the unbearable freedom that leads only to despair and self-destruction. In this grim vision, the happiness of the masses is built upon the foundation of their ignorance and submission. The crux of the Grand Inquisitor's confrontation with Christ revolves around the biblical account of the three temptations in the wilderness, which, to the Inquisitor, epitomize Christ's failure to understand human nature. First, the Inquisitor scolds Christ for refusing to turn stones into bread, arguing that by denying humanity the miracle of alleviating their physical hunger, Christ overlooked the fundamental yearning for security and sustenance. Secondly, the Inquisitor criticizes Christ's refusal to leap from the pinnacle of the temple and be saved by angels. In rejecting this act, Christ denied humanity the spectacle of a clear, undeniable sign of divine power, which the Inquisitor believes could have united mankind under the banner of an unassailable faith. Lastly, the Inquisitor condemns Christ's rejection of dominion over all the kingdoms of the earth. In this final refusal, Christ turned away from the opportunity to wield absolute power, to organize society under a single, unifying authority that could guide humanity towards peace and order, albeit at the cost of their freedom. In the eyes of the Grand Inquisitor, these mistakes underscore a fundamental misjudgment on Christ's part, that humanity could be truly content with the freedom to choose between good and evil, rather than being led towards salvation by a controlling authority. Hadst thou taken the world and Caesar's purple, thou wouldst have founded the universal state and given universal peace, the Inquisitor laments, positing a world order predicated on the negation of free will in exchange for material and spiritual security. In the face of the Grand Inquisitor's fervent monologue, laden with accusations and a vision of humanity shackled by its own frailty, Jesus responds not with words, but with a profound and powerful silence. This silence, devoid of argument or rebuke, stands in stark contrast to the Inquisitor's certainty, enveloping the chamber with an air of solemnity and introspection. Yet, it is not merely his silence that marks the height of this encounter, but a simple, profound gesture. In a moment brimming with symbolic resonance, Jesus steps forward and silently kisses the Grand Inquisitor on his old, withered lips. This act, gentle and imbued with forgiveness and love, transcends the need for words. The kiss, a silent testament to the enduring power of love and forgiveness, stands as Jesus' promise to the litany of charges. It is a reaffirmation of his teachings, a symbol of the unyielding faith in human freedom and the transformative power of love. In this singular act, Jesus encapsulates the essence of his message, inviting not just the Inquisitor, but all of humanity to embrace the beauty of free will, the strength found in faith, and the liberation offered through love. The Grand Inquisitor stands as a profound meditation on the delicate balance between free will and authoritarianism. Dostoevsky crafts a narrative that questions whether true freedom lies in the autonomy to choose one's path, or in the surrender to an authority that promises to shoulder the burden of those choices. This conflict, central to the chapter, mirrors the broader societal tensions between individual liberty and institutional control. Within this dialogue, the nature of faith emerges as a pivotal theme. Dostoevsky points that faith, when freely chosen, possesses an intrinsic value that transcends the certainties offered by authoritarianism. Dostoevsky posits that faith, when freely chosen, possesses an intrinsic value that transcends the certainties offered by authoritarianism. Yet, the Inquisitor's argument suggests that humanity's inherent weaknesses render them incapable of bearing the weight of such freedom, proposing instead a faith imposed by the Church as a means to ensure social order and spiritual salvation. The chapter also delves into the role of suffering and the redemption in the human experience. Dostoevsky suggests that suffering, while a consequence of the freedom to choose, is also a crucible for genuine faith and redemption. This perspective challenges the Inquisitor's view of suffering as something to be avoided at all costs, even if it means sacrificing the very essence of what makes us human. Through the Grand Inquisitor, Dostoevsky articulates his own apprehensions about the Catholic Church and the state's role in the life of the individual. He underscores the intrinsic struggle for meaning and freedom in a world where external authorities often seek to define truth and morality. This chapter, rich in philosophical and theological themes, invites readers to reflect on their own beliefs about authority, freedom, and the pursuit of spiritual fulfillment in an often incomprehensible world. As we reach the end of our journey through the Grand Inquisitor, we are left to ponder the profound insights Dostoevsky offers into the human condition. This narrative, more than a century old, continues to challenge and inspire, questioning the essence of freedom, the allure of security, and the price of authority. In our own lives, the balance between freedom and security remains a delicate dance. Dostoevsky invites us to question not just the authorities that govern our societies, but also the beliefs and values that govern our inner lives. In traversing the depths of the Grand Inquisitor, we uncover Dostoevsky's timeless examination of the human spirit, a narrative that continues to resonate with its exploration of freedom, authority, and the quest for meaning. This chapter stands not merely as a critique, but as a beacon, illuminating the enduring struggle between the liberty of the individual and the security offered by societal structures. Consider, then, the essence of your own pursuit of freedom in the shadow of authority. In the silent choices we make, do we find our liberation, or do we surrender to the comforting illusion of security? The Grand Inquisitor challenges us to reflect on these paradoxes, offering no answers, only questions that probe the depths of our collective soul. Thanks for watching.